men wrote that didn't know how anything worked yet. These are the same uneducated people who thought that a man could survive inside of a fish for 3 days. They weren't very smart, and the Bible is the product of that. This is why a lot of people say that the idea of religion and God and all of that made sense when humanity wasn't that evolved. You know what I'm saying? It makes
Yep. Makes sense. And I love these people that are like, ancient people were all just stupid. It's like very ignorant, right? Because look at the pyramids. Look at the things that they were able to create without all of our high-tech measuring equipment and tools and electrical tools and all this stuff. They made pyramids, they made aqueducts, they did so many things that we would look at today and still don't know how they did it. How's that possible? If we're so smart, shouldn't we be able to figure out exactly how they did these things with the technology that they would have had? But no, we can't do it. But then we'll look at them and say, they were all just idiots, they don't know anything. We're in the present and we know everything. We're the smartest thing to come out of God's green earth. Well, for you, it's nothing's green that made nothing, that came out of an earth of nothing. And you came out of a soup, right? You're an atheist is just a fish that got so much hype that came out of the water, bruh. You're a soup baby. You're a magical soup baby. According to atheism, right? We can caricature atheism as well, right? If you want to caricature theism and specifically Christianity, because that's what all these people are talking about when they ever talk about religion. It's always Christianity. It's like, what about Islam? What about Buddha? What about Krishna? What about da 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 da? Well, none of those gods actually matter. It's the Christian God that's to blame for all of these things. Wow, makes sense. Almost like you guys even know who the true one is. You just don't like him.
It makes perfect sense to think that there's a God in the sky causing it to rain whenever it rains and causing the sun to come out and causing the moon to come out and all of that when you don't know any better, you know? Now that we've evolved.
Because then the more we learn about science, it diminishes from the greatness of God. No, for me and other Christians, we actually believe it deepens our understanding and admiration and love of God. That, wow, look, he designed it to be this way. The same way someone who makes a clock, someone who makes a watch can put it together and put all these different components together, right? And atheists believe it's a blind watchmaker, right? A blind watchmaker put all these pieces together and made a watch, but it's even infinitely more complicated. But if you give it enough time and chance as our God, it will be able to create a functioning universe with life form that will, be reasoning and have logic and have... It's a pipe dream, bro. Us learning a new fact about how reality works doesn't diminish from God. It just tells us how God made it. He made things to kind of work on a schedule, right? I don't believe that God's like lifting up the sun every day with his like hand and then he's like doing it. No. I believe, in my opinion, that it's like making a clock, right? And then as soon as you start it, now it's ticking and ticking and ticking and everything is working without you actually having to do anything, right? Because what does it say? It says then God rested. Yeah, but all that is fake anyways to you.